Summer transfer window has officially exploded into life with a blockbuster deal. Eberechi Eze is set to join Manchester City. The news broke in signature style with Fabrizio Romano's iconic "Here we go" on social media. And within hours, Pep Guardiola himself confirmed the deal during a pre-season press conference. This transfer is not just a statement of intent by the reigning Premier League champions. It's a bold, strategic move that promises to reshape the dynamics of City's midfield and attacking setup. At 25, Eze arrives at the Etihad as one of the most exciting and technically gifted English midfielders, fresh off a standout season with Crystal Palace. Fabrizio Romano breaks the news. The transfer world stood still when Fabrizio Romano, the most trusted voice in football transfers, posted his definitive tweet. Eberechi Eze to Manchester City, here we go. Agreement sealed between clubs and player. Medical tests scheduled. Pep Guardiola called Eze a key priority for the summer. Deal worth around £65 million plus add-ons. Contract until 2029. The tweet sent shockwaves through social media, with City fans erupting in excitement and Palace fans reflecting on the departure of a talismanic figure. Pep Guardiola confirms the signing. During a press conference later the same day, Pep Guardiola offered further clarity and enthusiasm about the signing. "We are very happy to welcome Eberechi to Manchester," Guardiola said. "He is a special player. His ability with the ball, how he moves in tight spaces, his vision, creativity, it's something we've admired for a long time. He gives us more unpredictability, more quality in the final third. He's ready for the next level." Guardiola also acknowledged the role that Eze played in lifting Crystal Palace in recent seasons, describing him as a player who has not just talent, but also the work ethic and mentality we value at this club. The road to the Etihad. Eze's journey. Eberechi Eze's journey to the top of English football has been anything but conventional. Released by several youth academies, including Arsenal and Millwall, Eze's resilience and self-belief saw him eventually flourish at Queen's Park Rangers in the Championship. His flair, dribbling, and creative spark caught the eye of Premier League clubs, and in 2020, he made the move to Crystal Palace for £17 million. At Selhurst Park, Eze quickly became a fan favorite. His smooth ball control, ability to glide past defenders, and keen eye for a pass made him a standout performer. His stats have improved year on year, culminating in a phenomenal 2024/25 season, where he registered 12 goals and 8 assists in the Premier League. But beyond numbers, it was his style of play, confident, expressive, and intelligent, that marked him as a unique talent. And it's this blend that convinced Guardiola and City's board to make their move. A tactical fit at Manchester City. Manchester City under Guardiola has always been synonymous with positional flexibility, technical excellence, and fluid attacking play. Eze ticks all these boxes. He's expected to slot into an advanced midfield role, potentially rotating with or complementing the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, and Bernardo Silva. With De Bruyne entering the twilight of his career, and Ilkay Gundogan having departed the club the previous summer, the need for a dynamic, creative midfielder was clear. Eze brings a different flavor. His ability to operate in half spaces, beat defenders one-on-one, and create chances under pressure could add an extra layer to City's already sophisticated attacking patterns. He also adds depth in wide areas, capable of drifting to the left wing and cutting inside to devastating effect. Moreover, his composure in tight areas will be invaluable in Guardiola's intricate build-up play, where space is often at a premium. City's midfield evolution. This transfer is symbolic of Manchester City's evolving identity. With De Bruyne, Silva, and Foden maturing, and youngsters like Oscar Bob emerging, Eze represents the bridge between generations. He's experienced but still developing, hungry but already polished. Guardiola is known for transforming talented players into world-class performers. Under his tutelage, Eze could elevate his game to an entirely new level. Much like how Jack Grealish was molded into a tactical weapon after arriving from Aston Villa, Eze will be honed to fit the City machine, yet still be allowed the expressive freedom that defines his game. Reaction from Crystal Palace fans will understandably be devastated by the departure. Eze was more than just a player. He was a symbol of hope, creativity, and ambition. But the club is said to have negotiated wisely, securing a deal worth £65 million plus significant performance-based add-ons and a future sell-on clause. Chairman Steve Parish thanked Eze for his contributions. Eberechi has been a wonderful ambassador for our club, both on and off the pitch. While it's difficult to see him leave, we're incredibly proud of what he's achieved and wish him the very best at Manchester City. The bigger picture for Manchester City Eze's arrival underscores Manchester City's forward-thinking recruitment strategy. Rather than simply chasing the biggest names, City continues to identify talents who can grow within their system and add tactical flexibility. With City gunning for an unprecedented 5th consecutive Premier League title and another Champions League triumph, Eze's creativity and unpredictability could prove vital in tight matches, especially against low-block teams where City needs that extra spark. The signing also strengthens City's English core, a crucial consideration in UEFA's squad regulations, and a valuable asset for a club that continues to blend domestic identity with global excellence. What's next for Eze? At Manchester City, the expectations will be enormous. Every touch scrutinized, every decision magnified. But Eze's mentality and maturity suggest he's ready. "I've always dreamed of playing at the highest level," Eze said in a brief statement. "City is one of the best clubs in the world, and I'm excited to work under Pep, learn from the best, and hopefully win trophies. I can't wait to get started." With pre-season just weeks away, Eze will soon link up with his new teammates and begin adapting to Guardiola's demanding but rewarding philosophy. Conclusion: the transfer of Eberechi Eze to Manchester City is a perfect blend of vision, timing, and opportunity. For Eze, it's the chance to cement his place among Europe's elite. For City, it's another intelligent piece in a seemingly unstoppable football machine. For Premier League fans, it's a thrilling development in what promises to be a fascinating season ahead. And as Fabrizio Romano put it, "Here we go, indeed." It could be a turning point in one of the summer's most intriguing transfer sagas. Newcastle United right-back Tino Livramento has spoken out for the first time regarding reported interest from Premier League champions Manchester City. The 21-year-old former Chelsea and Southampton fullback has had a breakthrough year at St. James Park, impressing with his maturity, technical ability, and explosive pace down the flank. With Pep Guardiola's Manchester City reportedly preparing a summer bid, Livramento's recent comments have only intensified speculation about his future. Now, with Euro 2025 behind him and transfer season in full swing, the talented defender has dropped the clearest hint yet about his next move, offering insight into his mindset, ambitions, and long-term career trajectory. From Stamford Bridge to St. James Park, Livramento's rapid rise, born and raised in Croydon, Tino Livramento emerged through Chelsea's acclaimed youth academy, widely regarded as one of the best prospects of his generation. After being named Chelsea's Academy Player of the Year in 2020-21, Livramento made the bold decision to leave the club in search of first-team football, a choice that would define his path. In August 2021, he joined Southampton for a modest £5 million and immediately established himself as one of the brightest young fullbacks in the Premier League. A devastating ACL injury in April 2022 temporarily derailed his momentum, but his raw talent remained undeniable. Despite interest from top clubs in 2023, Livramento signed for Newcastle United in a deal worth up to £40 million, including add-ons. The move was seen as a calculated gamble by Eddie Howe, betting on Livramento's ability to bounce back to his pre-injury best. One season later, it looks like that gamble is paying off. A breakout year at Newcastle. Although Newcastle's season was plagued by injuries and inconsistency, Livramento was a shining light. Splitting time between left-back and his natural right-back role, he not only provided defensive stability, but also offered flair and dynamism in attack. In 36 appearances across all competitions, Livramento registered 5 assists and 1 goal, an impressive return for a defender just returning from long-term injury. More importantly, he displayed elite-level decision-making, dribbling, and positional awareness beyond his years. His ability to adapt to different systems and contribute on both ends of the pitch has not gone unnoticed. Manchester City, who are seeking reinforcements on the flanks due to injury concerns with Kyle Walker and long-term succession planning, have now added Livramento to their shortlist. Guardiola has reportedly been an admirer of the young Englishman for years, dating back to his Chelsea academy days. Manchester City's interest, a strategic move. City's interest in Livramento is not without context. At 21, he fits the club's profile of recruiting young, tactically intelligent players who can be molded to fit Guardiola's demanding style of play. Kyle Walker, 34, is nearing the twilight of his career. João Cancelo is set to leave the club permanently following loan spells at Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Rico Lewis, while talented, is still developing and primarily seen as a midfield option in Guardiola's inverted fullback setup. Livramento could be the ideal long-term replacement for Walker, combining blistering pace with defensive acumen and an ability to invert into midfield, something Guardiola demands from his fullbacks. City are reportedly willing to offer up to £50 million to secure his signature this summer, with contract terms expected to more than double his current wages at Newcastle. However, persuading the player and Newcastle to agree to a deal may prove more complex than anticipated. Livramento speaks out. "I'm happy where I am, but you never know in football." In an exclusive interview with The Athletic, Livramento addressed the Manchester City speculation head-on for the first time. "When you're performing well, you're going to attract attention. I take it as a compliment," Livramento said, "but I'm really happy at Newcastle. This club gave me a chance when I needed it most. The fans, the staff, my teammates, it feels like a second home."